say no for the reason I just described. The truth of the matter is, everybody should be sitting Israel down and saying, you don't have no sense. Go to time now. Go.
You mean the mic wasn't on all this time?
Right? Yes, it's a distraction for the Epstein files. But the question, this is what I'm leading you to. The question is, so it is believed that Israel has dirt on Trump and we're able to blackmail him into this stupidity. I want you to take a look at this clip. It's making sense. I want you to hear it. Just play a little bit of it. And I want to know if it makes sense to you.
For years, a disgraced financier at the center, and an explosive allegation now emerging from newly released government files. An undercover FBI informant has told investigators they became convinced Jeffrey Epstein was an Israeli intelligence asset. According to a government document released last week by the U.S. Justice Department, an undercover FBI informant alleged that Jeffrey Epstein was a co-opted Israeli spy.
Wow.
The informant identified only as a confidant, said there's a direct exposure involving Goldstein's alleged hold. The informant said they monitored phone calls between Epstein and Dershowitz, taking notes as part of their role, and alleged that Israeli intelligence supervision.
Wow.
The informant also claimed Barack believed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was a criminal, placing Epstein within a wider web of regional and political rivalries. The document further alleges that Dershowitz once said he would be holding a stun gun as a Mossad agent if he were younger, a remark the informant interpreted as ideological alignment.
All right.
So remember that they mentioned in the EpiPen files a lot that Epstein allegedly was an informant, and they mentioned that a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, my theory is allegedly that he became federal informant when he started getting in trouble too much with the girls, and they said, "All right, now this is going to get out to the public. Now you got to start working with us so we could continue protecting you. You got to work for us also, you know, because the laws in them, they will blackmail you too. They will blackmail you too. You got to work for. That's why people turn state witness, right? And the passport that they found. You see, spooky.
Let me clarify this for y'all guys. So what they're saying is it is believed.
I had some technical difficulties on the Y to the Tubesy and the other platforms we're on, right? I did, but I let the stream keep going. I guess I'll edit it and replay it later, all right? But I let the stream keep going. I'll delete the one with the other one that had the mishap in the beginning. I'm going to re-upload it as a recorded video. So we're just going to keep going with it. But I found out what was wrong. I needed to lower my mic resolution because my computer is like it's like the short, fat bully that can't fight. All right. So let's listen to this. Let's listen to this, yo. Listen to this.
Like one of the documents, or some of the documents rather, that were released during the Epstein files, those documents revealed that Epstein was not just a PDF, but that he was a trained Israeli spy. Let me tell you why Epstein would be the perfect person to.
Now, let me ask you all, put it in the comments. Do you believe, and this is all alleged, do you believe, right? Hey, Mississippi, I froze up bad over there, but I figured it out. I just let it keep running, and then I'm going to pull it down and I'll re-edit it. Okay, everybody welcome in. It's the Miss Knockout Show. Hot topics, pop culture, and whatever your news that you can use, that you need is over here. So everybody subscribe, everybody tapify, everybody shareify. All right. Everybody bless the fire Miss Knockout so she won't be broken-fied. Now, do you believe that Epstein was an Israeli spy? Who believes that? Yes or no? Who believes that Epstein was an Israeli spy? Yes or no? Okay, Mademoiselle says yes. Spooky says yes. Hey, Ambi. Miss D said yes. Everybody's saying yes. Good afternoon. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, I believe it's possible. What's up, Adrena? Thank you, Adrena. I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible that he was an Israeli spy. Allegedly. My middle name is allegedly. That's my middle name. But let's continue.
Trained to be an Israeli spy. Because when you think of spies, it's not just war secrets. It's not just like, oh, we want to know where their weapons or where they're going. Want compromise. Compromise means this person is compromised. It means information for blackmail. There is no better person to get blackmail info than this type of PDF who's having sex parties.
Right.
Okay. Sex parties are where you get the blackmail information.
Of course.
That's how come Russia has been blackmailing Trump. When Trump won, literally there was an entire document that was created by
Russia, and all got a lot of information about the EpiPen files, right? And Russia been threatening to release the raw details of the Epstein files for a minute, right? They've been threatening us, and I'm like, don't threaten us with a good time. Release that joint. Release it. What you waiting on? Release it. Like, that's what you want. You never do it. Read those records and on the what's the orange, Mademoiselle? What's the orange? Everybody, I need 5 followers on Rumble. So everybody follow me on Rumble. It's the first link in my link tree. First link in my link tree. I need 5 followers over there to go live. All right, let's listen.
Agent for England. England calls their CIA something else. Okay, so I'm just telling you that agent had the dossier is basically a pile of embarrassing shit this man has done that Russia is aware of, that Russia can use at any given time to blackmail him. And remember, the most important one was around 2013. Trump went to Moscow. It may have, I believe that it was for the Miss America. He had a Miss
Thank
America
you so much,
Miss
Miss
Universe
competition
in Moscow. Whatever it was, Trump was in Moscow.
Blackmail.
They got him. The Russians got him a whole bunch of hookers.
Surely do.
And he was in there just pissing on the hookers, just R. Kelly. I'm not kidding, guys.
Hey, Mississippi.
R. Kelly, the hookers. Well, this is the type of things that is so embarrassing. That's just one of the things that we know, that those types of things can't be released. Well, Trump would not want them released because it would humiliate them. That's an example. So what I'm saying is it would make perfect sense for the Israeli spy organization, the military, to use Epstein as a spy, because he knows what Bill Gates has done, what all these celebrities who have come to his urine for everyone. Piss on you, piss on you, piss on you. Yes, it's disgusting. That man knows so much dirt that these people have done, and then that can then be used to manipulate him or Trump, or by him I mean manipulate the person they have the dirt on to do the actions that they want. So that's what I'm saying here. And so I am next. I got to play this next clip for you, baby. Oh, okay. I need you to hear this.
Did you guys know that Netanyahu graduated from high school in Philadelphia?
Hold on. Did y'all know that? Hold on. Let me make sure you can see it. Did y'all know that Israel's current president, Benjamin Netanyahu, graduated from high school in Philly? So here's the thing. When I was thinking about Netanyahu, I was like, how do you get that name? That name does not sound Jewish to me. Well, in this clip, baby, they dropped in some tea. They're going to give you some tea on how that's not his real name. His real name is something else. And they got a little tie, a cutesy little tie to Argentina, and it will make a little more sense why we are giving Argentina $40 billion. And then I want you to tell me whether you think there is some compromise on Trump, whether it's the PP files or anything else. Here we go. So the clip before just said, did you know that Benjamin Netanyahu went to high school in Philly?
Yeah, he was born and raised in Philadelphia. And one
Did y'all know this?
I didn't know that.
Netanyahu was born in Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where he spent most of his days. What? Continue.
of the reasons you probably won't be able to find his name is because his name was not Netanyahu when he lived in America. His name was Milikowski.
Oh,
His father's name is Benzion Milikowski. His father emigrated from Poland.
see how people ain't who you really think that they are? Who knew that this dude was from Philadelphia and went on to become this thing? We don't really know who these people really are. You know, Trump, he's from Queens. We don't claim him, though. We don't claim him. Oh, no. Let's listen. Yes, they changed their names to sound like they're from there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To America. His father's brother, blood brother, same mom, same dad, emigrated to Argentina. His father had Benjamin, and Benjamin changed his name from Milikowski to Netanyahu. His father's brother had a son named Javier. Javier changed his name from Javier Milikowski to Javier Milei. Benjamin Netanyahu is now the prime minister of Israel.
See?
While his cousin, his father's brother's son.
So he went from being born in Philly with a whole nother name to become the prime minister of Israel. That's why when Cat Williams said you could be who you want to be, if we could have a cockeyed FBI leader, then you could be whoever you want to be. Y'all are sleeping on yourself. This guy came from all the way from Philadelphia with a different name and became the prime minister of Israel. Let's let that sink in.
Is the president of Argentina.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we gave them MFers $40 billion.
$40 billion.
Because Israel told us to.
Woo! That's a lot of money.
Israel told us to.
Wait a minute. How come we can't give ourselves $40 billion? All these people starving here, struggling here. I go outside right now. If somebody begging on a corner can't even get a cup of coffee from the store, and you giving away $40 billion, and we got all these problems. See, that's what I got a problem with. Hey, what's up? That's what I got a problem with. How you doing? That's what I got a problem with. We got all these problems in our backyard. We got people here that need money. We got people struggling, can't even make it, don't have a place to stay, getting put out their apartment, can't afford rent. And you giving these people $40 billion. It's the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. Error. You know what I'm saying? And this is why over here on my channel, I want to incorporate the things that I know of different streams of income, right? That's going to actually make you money. I'm brainstorming them now because I want to share it with my people, because we got to be self-sufficient. And if we don't work amongst ourselves to be self-sufficient, you're going to get eaten alive out here, because it's only going to get worse. We got money for wars, but no food for right. That's right. That's what Tupac said, right, Shauna? That's exactly what Tupac said many moons ago. Many moons ago, Tupac said that. And it still stands today. I'm telling you, I go outside when I'm running my errands, it's a person begging for money. Every 5 seconds, it's a person with their hand out. And you say to yourself, oh, why don't you get a job? Or why don't you do? But everybody's mental capacity is not like yours. Everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't hustle like you. But why don't we have programs to help these people along? Either get them mental help, right? Or put them in a facility. Let's listen, y'all.
Netanyahu told us to. Yes. Zen Nurse said, what? Yes. This is ridiculous. Thank you. Thank you, Nene. Thank you, girl, because I got to laugh to not cry because this world is a whole hot mess.
Hey,
Y'all feel free
everybody.
to clip this, share this. This is a whole hot mess. I need to take my night medicines. I got to take, baby, I'm riled up.
Everybody
I'm riled
come
up.
on
You
in.
hear me? And my scalp itches. I don't know what they did to my hair. But y'all, I'm sorry. I'm over here in Asia. I went to Bali. I was eating, praying, and loving.
Okay, so she's talking
Woo,
about,
baby, let me tell you this.
so she's going into her traveling life, all right? So we're gonna get out of here. Okay, so listen, y'all. You know, I don't know. I believe that it's possible that he can be, but we never know. Everything's all alleged. We just don't know. Everything's all alleged. All right. So let's go into some other topics that I got. All right. Let's take this off. And we're gonna go into some other topics that I got. Everybody come on in. Everybody like, share. Come on in. Okay, we on all other platformifications. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties on the Y, but I figured it out. It was my camera was set to the highest quality and I needed to take it down, and I did. And now it's working fine. So we've got a lower quality camera. It's all good. All right, so let's go into some more topics. All right. Let's get into some more topics and subjects I got. Okay, let me go into my notes. Let's see what the first subject. Okay. Hold on. Let's get into this. So everybody come on in. Everybody tapify. Everybody shareify. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, everybody coming in. All right. So the USA, I know this is going to come as a shocker. This is going to come as the USA has an oil refinement announcement, a big announcement made about an oil refine. Now, everything, as you notice, right? If you notice, everything goes back to the oil. Everything goes back to the oil, right? And why does everything go back to the oil? Because the oil is money. Money is oil. Everybody want to get their hands on the oil. You know what I'm saying? The man that starts with T, he want to get his hands on them oil. Right? So let me go in my notes here. Hold on, y'all. So let's go into the notes. All right. The first U.S. oil refinery in 50 years. Right? Every country that we invade or we got problems with, thank you, Andrea, or anything that's going on, if you notice, is always oil being mentioned. Oil, oil, oil. Right? And you like, why does it go down to the oil? Like, are we getting that Venezuela because of this? But then the oil comes up. Are we getting that Iran because of this? But Iran got 200 billion barrels of oil, allegedly, right? So let's see, U.S. first oil. So why does it come back to the oil? It's because the oil is a lot of money in oil. Look at all the people down in Texas. Watch oil. The oil goes spouting up, and then boom, they're multi-millionaires. You know, oil is a commodity. You know, it's a commodity. So he announces the first oil project in 50 years, right? Let's put this up. Put this sign up for the Y to the TZ. All right, so let's go into this. Hold on, let's go into this. The first oil refinery in 50 years, right? Wow. So hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's add this to the change.
Let's run them legs up, thanks you.
Okay, I'm trying to get this picture up. Hold on, y'all. So he announced the first oil refinery in 50 years, right? And it's like, wow, why is this coming about? Like, what? It's all about the oil. Oil is money. You know what I'm saying? So, what is it about oil that's so intriguing with this man? What's so intriguing about the oil? What is so intriguing about it? Well, it's money. It is money, right? So let's get into this. Oil, and more oil. All right. So let's see. So the U.S. hasn't built a refinery yet, right? But there's an announcement that they want to get into the oil business. Now, it looks like the man that starts with a T, he wants to get into the oil business really, really bad, right? Really, really bad. And so Brownsville sits strategically on the valuable point of the Gulf Coast trades, the export, the shipping, and industrial growth, right? The refinery there would not only serve as domestic, so Brownsville is where they want to put the refineries in. Let's go back, right? And it would not only serve as domestic markets, but could be positioned for export flows to fund, to get other countries involved, right? And it's a part of a big logistics that they're trying to put in place, right? Now, the people are becoming skeptical about it. Several reports pointed out that this project just didn't come out of nowhere. Versions of Brownsville refinery plan have been floating around for years and under different names and related corporate entities, including Element Fuels, and so on and so forth, but it's just changing the name. And the man that starts with a T is latching themselves onto it, right? They haven't started building it. It's something that they announced that they want to look into start doing so that we can produce our own oils and then export it out to other countries, right? Now, the question I got is, whose pockets is this going to lace? Is this going to go back into the USA's pockets to help our economy? Or is this another ploy for the rich to lace them in their friends' pockets? Right? So we're going to keep an eye on the announcement. It's just an announcement at this point. They didn't start building nothing. All right? It's just an announcement. And we're going to keep an eye on it. Now, let's see what else is going on. So the guy, let's see. I'm looking for this guy who was fired. He was the head at ICE. All right. So let's see. Hold on. Let me find it. But look, before we go to this, let's go to now all over reports. Who's seen this online? They were saying that Benjamin, let me see if I pronounce his name right.
Which get richer and poor gets poorer.
And the poor gets poorer. Benjamin Netanyahu was unalive. Who's seen those reports? Benjamin Netanyahu. I was looking at Amanda Seals. She was asking, was he alive or not? Or was he unalive? And I don't know why people think he's unalive, but they're saying that he is alive. Like there's no credible evidence that he is gone, all right? Or he's been badly injured, all right? And who is he? So it's basically a rumor that he is passed on or whatever. People getting clicks and views, all right? And let's see. I'm trying to see clearly who he is because a lot of people don't know who he is. All right, so this is one of the wildest rumors moving all over the internet right now. Is that question is Benjamin Netanyahu alive or unalive? All right, and sources say that he's still alive. Right, he's the prime minister. Exactly, right. He's the prime minister. They said that he's not unalive. We don't know why. We got to be careful on the internet. You got to be careful on the internet. All right. A lot of people want clicks and views. All it takes is one person to start a rumor, and everybody runs with it. So he's the prime minister over there, right? And they're saying that he's unalived, and you could cause quite a stir. You could cause quite a stir with misinformation. They say that these certain celebrities are unalived all the time. You have a heart attack, you go look, and you're still alive. He's still alive. Somebody was asking, they were saying Webster was unalive, and they was like, no, he's not. I think Raven Simone said it on the podcast, and they said, no, he's alive. It was like, I just seen Webster in Atlanta. So yeah, they say when people say you're unalive, you're going to live a long time. Right? So what made people say this? We don't know. Right? But he is alive. Right? He's not unalive. There's no credible evidence showing that he was injured. You know what I'm saying? It's just a rumor online, people. All right? It is just a rumor online that he is unalive. All right? So now we want to get to this ICE agent, the head of the ICE agent that was fired. Let's talk about this. Let me find it in my notes. Hold on. Let's find it in my notes. Hold on. I know I have it here. Everybody tapify, everybody shareify while I pull this up. Okay. That's the oil refinery. All right, let's move down to this and let's stop it. Okay, let's move down to this. All right, so somebody was fired in ICE. We want to talk about that. Okay, we talked about that. And okay, so the field commander of ICE, Gregory Bovino, was fired. Did y'all hear about that? Who heard about that? Yes or no? Hey, Mary J, what's up with you? Hey, everybody. New Edition just performed in New York. I was watching Bobby Simmons post. They just performed. I think they performed at the Barclays, didn't they? So Bobby Simmons said that he played Ralph Tresvant, my song. He said they were going in the loading dock to go into, to go backstage. And Bobby Simmons said, I played Ralph your song. He liked it. And I'm like, well, you played Ralph my song? Go ahead now. So Bobby Simmons, shout out to him, man. Bobby Simmons, he's really helping me promote this song, man. He's really single-handedly in an era where people don't want you to make it. There's people that I grew up with. I got people that like you guys and people that I met along the way support me, right? But all the people on my Facebook, on my Instagram that I grew up with that really know me, that see me in real life, right? You have a little chip on my cheek. I got a chip on my cheek. Where? On this side? Is it gone? Is it gone? Is it on my lip or my cheek? Is it good? Oh, it's gone. Okay. They don't want to. They don't want to give you your props. They don't want to help you promote. They see you got something moving, and when they see you got something moving, like when Bobby Simmons announced that he me in the midst of new songs that's out, and it was Jeff Red got a new song out. It was me. It was another rapper, whatever. And they didn't say, ooh, nobody said congratulations, Miss Knockout. What they did was hit him up on the comments and say, yo, I want to promote this record. I want to put my record in there. Like F Miss Knockout. It's like, give people their props. This is why people become famous or go viral or whatever, and they don't pay people no mind. It's not out of meanness. It's out of, I'm going to treat you the same way you treated me coming up. And that's pay you dust. And that's what you deserve because of the way you act when people are coming up. You know what I'm saying? You got to support people, but you know how it goes. But Bobby Simmons is looking out. He's playing it for everybody. He's spinning it on his radio show. It's actually getting real spins because it's iHeart and everything. Right? So let's get into this ICE agent that was fired. All right. His name is Gregory Bovino. Right, and he was actually fired, and let's talk about the role that he had being fired. So, Gregory Bavino, he was not
Fib.
actually the ICE field commander. He was widely reported as the U.S. Border Control Commander at Large. So reports are saying that he was the ICE field commander. And once again, I had to fact check this, and it shows that he was the U.S. Border Patrol's commander at large. Right? And he was also linked to the leadership in the El Centro sector in California. So when people online are saying the field commander of ICE, Gregory Bavino, was fired, that wording is not correct. So I just wanted to correct that. Because one thing Miss Knockout do is fact check. And if I don't have all the facts, you guys come in and y'all give me the facts. Like 215, and everybody kind of jumps in because we all need to know the right information. All right? I feel like people can make mistakes, but people online, a lot of them ain't making mistakes. A lot of them just want clicks and views. It sounds better that the ICE field commander sounds better than the commander at large. So they ran with that. So that's not true. He was the U.S. Border Control's commander at large, right? He's also was linked to leadership in El Centro sector in California. So Bavino was removed from his high-profile Minneapolis role after major backlash, but whether he was fully fired depends on whether the part that was reporting, like the people that was reporting through all the entities, we don't know exactly if he was fully fired, but he was removed from the commander at large role. So that's another thing I want to factor. We don't know for a fact that he was fully fired, but he was removed from that role. So let's get these facts straight. And he would return to his former California post. So if he was fully fired, he wouldn't be returning to his California post. He would be fully fired. He'd go sit on the couch and watch TV somewhere. But he's not. He went back to his California post. So we got to be really careful when you read stuff. Double check it, fact check it, do your homework, check a couple of another entities, because a lot of people just be running their mouth and they don't check the facts. They don't check the facts, right? You know, they just be running their doggone mouth. So he went back to his former California post. All right. So this is tied to the political, I'm changing the words around, firestorm around federal immigration's operations in Minneapolis. It was a mess. Let's call it what it is. It was a mess out there. All right. You know that's the truth. Yeah, you got to watch what you're reading. I got to watch what I read. I be starting to read stuff. I'll be like, especially all those AI video channels. Don't you dislike those AI video channels, y'all? Those AI video channels that say the name wrong. You know, they say TE instead of TI. Once that AI voice comes on, I'm like, oh man, I want to hear a real person reporting. I don't want to hear no AI research BS on a doggone YouTube channel. Some of them are just pure lies, and they getting clicks and views too. Just pure lies, just making up stuff, right? So you got to be very careful where you get your information from. So his removal, okay, Mr. Gregory Bavino's removal from the operations in Minneapolis stems from all the messy mess that happened out there and all the backlash, okay? So Bavino has become one of the most visible faces of the Mr. T administration's aggressive immigration crackdown. And he was at the center of the outrage after border control agents under his command fatally pumed Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse in Minneapolis. The controversy escalated because Bavino publicly claimed Preddy intended to massacreify, I'm changing the words around, officers, which he completely lied, allegedly, while reporting said eyewitness videos contradicted that version of events. So he was saying one thing that, oh, she was trying to massacre us, and then the video showed something completely different. So in other words, you blatantly lied, sir. That made Bovino a lightning rod almost overnight. The reporting around his removal has gotten really messy in different outlets. They described it different in different outlets. Reuters report that Bovino was moved from the commander-at-large position and expected to return to El Centro. KPBS also reported that he was leaving Minneapolis and resuming his former post as chief of the El Centro Center. Right? So, but there's also official pushback, with Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin said that Bovino has not been relieved of his duties and will continue leading customs and border protections effortlessly and efforts nationally. While Tom Homan became the main point of contact on the ground in Minneapolis, Forbes and the San Francisco Chronicles both reported that DHS disputed the idea that he fully lost his job. Well, he didn't fully lose his job, but it looks like something happened. It's about time they take accountability for media, blatant out lying in the media, and then getting backlash and going, oh, well, and business as usual. When have we seen that happen in the course of history? We're living in a times where people just don't take accountability for nothing. Right? So, he was removed in some capacity, but he was not fired, for everybody reading those reports. Right? So Bovino also has been building a reputation long before Minneapolis. Right? They described him as a symbol of the administration's hardline immigration posture and a face of militarized enforcement in the U.S. cities. In other words, he's heading up all these forceful means that you see when people land in the city, Chicago. They tried it a little bit in New York, Minneapolis. He's like the one pushing behind it, the face and the person. Right? El Monde described him as the face of the militarized anti-aggressive immigration campaign. Right? So, he's very forceful, very strong-minded person, very strong personality individual that's pushing for these aggressive immigration tactics. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till the next administration comes and removes all of them out of there and just gets rid of ICE. They just need to abolish it. We were doing good without them. Right? We were doing good without them. So, a topic has hit online about the struggles of the music industry. We got all these people falling from grace. We got all these artists crying that they're broke. We got all these artists getting dropped from their labels or dropping themselves from the labels. And we got all these big artists that were once with big labels that become indie, like Dawn Richardson that was in Dirty Money. Her name is Dawn Richardson, right? She went independent. She was doing good for it. I went to her release. I got a vinyl record of hers. Right? She was doing good as an independent. But then you don't hear about them no more because now you got to operate as an independent, meaning that you got to do everything yourself. And that's no easy task. It's not for the faint of heart. Right? So, let's see. So Spotify says that it paid out more than $11 billion to the music industry in 2025, and that more artists are earning a meaningful living than before, including many who have started DIY acts. But even coverage of Spotify's own numbers point out that the gains are uneven. The biggest growth isn't concentrated towards the top, and many of the smaller artists say streaming is not enough to sustain a career on its own. So in other words, you're not going to get paid off of just streaming alone. You got to do shows. You got to put out merch. You can't just get paid off of streams. You get 1 million streams, you're only going to get a couple of $1,000, if that. And don't be signed to a label, because you ain't even getting that. You seen Finesse 2 times on the line crying grown man tears, telling them, let me out my contract. It's the reason why he crying, a grown man crying. Right? Hey, my Eddie, hey, what's up now? So another reason why the artist feels strained as an indie artist is the feeling of being squeezed from every direction at once. Touring costs, it costs to get shows, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that you got to get an outfit, you got to get transportation there. Sometimes they don't always cover your transportation. Sometimes they tell you, especially when you're new, they'll tell you, okay, you can do the show, but you got to get there. I'm doing a show in April, but I got to get there. I got to pay for my hotel. Then you can perform until you become a bigger artist, right? So that you got to squeeze all this money out for promotion, right? So a survey found that 82 of unsigned musicians said that they could not afford to tour in 2025. Yeah, you got to have a budget to tour. You got to have equipment. You got to pay people. People ain't going on tour and leaving their families for nothing. You got to pay the background singers. You got to pay the people handling equipment, the sound guy. Right? So being an indie artist ain't all what it's, up to be. It's you got to pull out some money. You got to get a budget. Right? So we're talking about something that's hitting the nerve all over YouTube and all over the music business is that the independent artist world is a struggle. And me as an independent artist, I can firmly agree with that. It's a struggle for getting people to support your music. It's really a struggle for the DJ. The DJs don't want to play new music no more. Back in the days, they used to break new music. They don't break new music no more. Or you will make it because you work for it. Well, thank you, country. Thank you so much for the encouragement. I really appreciate it. That's a very encouraging statement right there. You know what I'm saying? I stay on the grind. You know what I'm saying? Is the one option is not to give up. Well, the moment you give up, you fail. Yeah, so it's not we're not only talking about writing bars, singing hooks, making beats, shooting a video is another course that I gotta meet coming up. Now I gotta do, everybody's like, oh, where's the visuals to knock out coming in the week? Now I gotta pull out money for a video. I gotta put out money for a video. I'm thinking about doing a GoFundMe for this stuff. I'm gonna take a page out of Tasha K's book. But my GoFundMe ain't gonna be to pay my tab for something. My GoFundMe be for to support my music, and I believe people would support that. What I didn't know though, I didn't know you had to pay taxes on a GoFundMe. Did you know that? People get GoFundMe for all these hundreds of $1,000s. You gotta pay taxes on that. I gotta look that up. I don't know if that's solely true. I thought that would be a write-off. Isn't that charity? Come on, you got to pay taxes on charity. Come on, where are we living? Where are we living? All right. So, it's not about the creative side. It's about the monetary side, right? Now, you're the label. You're the branding department. You're the customer service. You are the social media team. You're the booking team. You're the publicist. You're the manager. You're the accountant. You are the editor, right? You are everything. You are the person answering DMs. Listen to all of that. Listen to all of that. You think that all these artists out here are going to handle that? They're going to throw their song up there and go about their business. This is a big topic online on why, and I feel like music is supposed to be forever evolving. I don't feel like music is evolving like it should because they are cramming the same music down our throats. 24/7. If you turn on the radio, you will hear a rotation of the same, I say, about 10 songs. And I'm giving that the benefit of the doubt. But you're going to hear the same 10 songs over and over and over, the same artists over and over and over again. All these people making music. It's dope new music out there. Why we ain't hearing new music? This is what I'm experiencing. It's a lot of elements that go into this. And a lot of the element does start with the DJ, because one of the DJ's job is to break new music. When did they drop that responsibility of playing new music? And I feel like part of the reason why a lot of DJs don't want to play new music is the scope of the landscape of a lot of people's mindset is, I'm not going to help this person get ahead. I don't want to see nobody make it syndrome is in full effect.
Right, repeat.
Yeah, the same songs on repeat. I haven't listened to the radio in so long. I listened to Bobby Simmons' show. He plays the throwbacks, and he plays new music. Karen White got a new song out. I'm not your superwoman, lady. I'm not your superwoman. She got a new song out. You don't even know about it. Because the DJs don't spin new music. It's the I don't want to help nobody make it. I'm not spinning her song. They don't care how good you are, how good your record is. Right? So many artists feel like they have to do everything, and that's what it is when you are indie artist. You got to do everything. Right? And then it becomes and takes an emotional toll on you, because even me, I find myself working around the clock, right? Then it takes another emotional toll on you, because you feel like
you're only in the car.
Right, only in the car, right? I feel like another emotional toll it takes on the artist is a lot of artists sings the same song as I sing. You feel like you're being overlooked. You can spend hours a day, weeks, and even years building your craft. You make a good song. You spend your money on the mix, the master, the artwork, the all out, the visual, right? Only to put it out that the world barely reacts. And that's what I'm experiencing right now. The people on my timeline on Facebook, when I put my new song, Knockout Coming with the Heat, they barely react to it. Even though people tell me it's a good song, it's the Strangers and Bobby Simmons and you guys is telling me it's a good song. But my peers, they looking at it like, my new song out. I ain't going over there and tapping nothing. And this is their mindset. But what goes around comes around, and you reap what you sow. And how you treat people on the uphill battle is how they're going to treat you when they get up the hill. You better believe it. Right? And then, when you release music and the people are saying it's good, right? You continue to question yourself, like, is it really good? Because people ain't reacting to it. And it takes a mental toll on the artist. It takes a mental toll. Is my sound outdated? Am I too late? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my money? Should I be doing something else? I never feel like I'm wasting my time, because I got a love for the art. I feel like you say, are you questioning yourself, or are you wasting your time when you're in it for other reasons? Like a lot of artists are in it to be famous. Hey, me. Thank you so much, me. Thank you.
Forget all about you.
Yeah. You forget about yourself. A lot of artists don't put music out, I feel like, for the art of it. They'll fake it and say that they are. But I feel like a lot of artists put out music because they want to be famous. They want to be put on a pedestal. They want people to pay attention to them. They want to be rushed in the back door like Beyonce. They want the green M&Ms. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of struggle to get there. Look how long Tiana Taylor did music, only to switch to movies and television, in which she exploded. She was doing music. She was struggling. Online, complaining. And look, she got into TV and boom, bam, bing, bang, boom. Right? So a lot of talented people are not failing because they don't have a gift. A lot of them are struggling because they do not yet have the reach, the strategy, The consistency, the systems, the system is cut through like the cut on cookie cutter. We want people to sound like Megan Thee Stallion. We want people to sound like Lotto. We need people to sound like Doja. People to sound like Nicki Minaj. You know, people feel like they need to sound familiar. They go to cookie cutter road. That don't work, right? You got to have strategy and structure. A lot of people don't know what the tools are. A lot of people don't know how to get on playlists. Like, it is really a work around the clock, and it's taking an emotional toll on a lot of artists. Some people get through, some people don't. Some people always say, oh, I got new music out, knockout. And I go, oh, where is it? Is it on Spotify? They go, no, it's just on YouTube. So you release something, you just put it up on YouTube. You don't know that you have to have a distributor. Now, back in the days, the distributor was the record label. You couldn't distribute your record unless you had a record deal. Now they have quite a few distributors in which you can distribute your own stuff. DistroKid, TuneCore, Reverb Nation, even TikTok has a distributor. I forgot what it's called, but you can distribute your music through TikTok. And you'd be surprised that artists don't know this. They just put their song up on YouTube and call it a day. SoundCloud got distribution. You're right, Damali. Exactly. See? Y'all know. So a lot of artists don't have the knowledge, right? I'm still testing my singles out. I want my single to hit. My goal, right, as an artist is to get Knockout Coming with the Heat on national radio play. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm already in the midst of talks with licensing deals for. I'm up for a licensing deal inside of fitness in the gyms. You know, when you go to Blinks, and then you hear music playing when you're working out in the gyms, right? My song is being pitched to gyms now to play in the rotation. Or when you go to Old Navy and you're shopping and you know you hear that song playing in the speaker. You ever went to a department store and you'll hear music playing? Well, they buy these tapes from companies, or they buy playlists from companies, and it has a set music on there that is pitched to them. And if you make it, you get on that list and you get paid residuals. And then restaurants have the same thing. Restaurants have the same thing where you could get played in restaurants, right? And a lot of artists are so bent on being famous that they don't realize that they got to have a strategy. You got to pitch for licensing for TV and film. I got my music on Baddies. My song Knock 'Em Out is now gaining traction again. And that song, I released that song a few years ago. But because it got on Baddies, people are Shazamming my songs. My song went from like 30 Shazams to almost 200 Shazams. Right? Sports venues. Exactly. Right? You got to think out of the box. You got to think out of the box. Right? With not only music, but whatever else you do. Like Miyati Books, right? She got her books, right? Now, I don't know if you did this, Miata, right? Knockout Comedy will definitely get picked up in stores and restaurants. Yeah, it's already getting picked up in restaurants. Let me show you. And my plan is, right, because I'm Aquarius, right, and I'm such a giving person, and I want to help people grow, no matter how much people shitify on me, right? No matter how much people shitify on me, I'm a very structured person, and I'm big and heavy into researching and having a plan. And I don't operate on just being famous. I operate on having a plan. And what's your goal? I ask myself, what's your end goal, Knockout? And I said to myself, as an artist, my end goal is to be on national radio. Because if I could get radio spins and go out and do shows, I could then create merch and sell my merchandise, or sell something that people need, that people are going to buy, because I now got a fan base, right? So this is one of the sites I use. I'm getting ready to give you all a jewel right now. If you're an artist, right? I'm getting ready to give you a jewel. Let me turn this around. I'm going to show you. Hold on. So this is one of the sites I use, right? And I've gotten myself in a few DJ pools, right? Let me wipe off. Hold on. Let me wipe off the lens, y'all, because I'm gonna turn the camera around. Because I gotta show you my computer. Okay, so look at this. Okay, y'all sit tight. I'm showing them something. You're not gonna see it over here. All right, so I'm gonna turn my camera around. You're gonna hear me talk about it, but you're not gonna see it. Okay, so this is called digital DJ pool. Wait, where's the word? Okay, you see that? Digital DJ pool, right? So I put my record. This is a record pool where DJs go to get new music, right? There's quite a few DJ pools. You just got to do your research. So out of 7,000 songs, this is my song right here, Knockout Coming with the Heat. And guess what, y'all? It's number 38 on the charts, right? They put the first 50. This goes down to 50. This is the 50 popular song on the site. And guess how many records this is out of? This is out of 7,000 records. Out of 7,000 records, my song is number 38 on this record pool site, the clean version, right? So now let's go here, right? So my song, I got to figure out how to get it in trending. It's not on trending yet, but they have a trending section. These are the songs that's trended, right? These are the songs that's trending. So it's not on trending yet, right? So now let's go to the song itself. Now this is what artists don't know about because they're not structured. They're not structured. So they don't know about these things. I do heavy research on how to promote my record. All right. So that's the acapella version. I just released that. DJ wanted the acapella version. I uploaded it to here. So let's go to the Miss Knockout Clean version because that's getting the most hits. Let's go to Insight, right? So the record was downloaded 40 times. That's 40 DJs that got my record that if I was sitting on my Ross bomb, they wouldn't have my record if I didn't get up and take initiative, right? DJs reached 1,000 something.
Congrats, Miss Knockout. Wishing you many more blessings.
Thank you so much, right? So let's go down here. Let's go, wait, hold on. Let's go to this. Hold on. Now let's move over here to this tracker, right? Because not only DJs could get my song on this site, restaurants could get my song and radio stations, right?
This hail is.
So let's go to the insights for Knockout Coming in with the Heat, the clean version. I'm just talking over here, but you can still hear me, right? So number 39 out of 6,994 tracks. Current position 41 out of 7,351 songs on here, right? So now let's go down to here. Now look at this. You see all this? This says clubs and restaurants that's playing my record. So these are all the clubs and restaurants right here. This is expanded since I looked last. Let's take a look at some of these clubs. Sports bar in Honolulu. This cafe in Jinku's. This looks like it's in Japan. This looks like it's it won't focus, y'all. I'm trying to focus. Quezon City. You know, you get the gist. Look. Honolulu. Georgia. California. Yes, this is around the world. Texas. Michigan. Okay, this is worldwide. This is not only in the United States. Toronto. Look at that. These are all the restaurants
international
that my song is playing in, right? Because I put it in this record pool. And these are all the radio stations that it's playing in. 106.1, 90.3. These are all the radio stations that's playing that so far. Right? So you got to take the initiative to know about these things, because if you don't know about it, you got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. And if you don't know about these things, then you can't be in it to win it. Right? But this is what I do. I got a whole plan on ChatGTP in which finds me information. And I entered other DJ pools too. I'm just waiting back to hear. Right? You got to get in DJ pools, right? You got to make a list of 50 DJs a day. 50 DJs a day. You find 50. If you can't do 50, okay, do 20. Start out small. Do 20 DJs a day. I gave my song to one DJ I know. He didn't even mention about spinning the records. He mentioned about me coming doing a record over one of his beats. And in my head is, I'm not trying to do no records over them. I got my own beats. I got over 500 beats in the chamber. Why would I go backwards and give up some of my publish again to another person that is going to be your record? Is it going to be on your Spotify or on my Spotify if I do a beat with you? Because now if you put it on your Spotify, then I don't have ownership on that record. So I basically did a record for you in which you're going to collect the public publishing on and give me whatever you want to give me. And I don't operate like that. So now you're a DJ. I'm coming to you to spin my records. I'm not coming to you to do got another mean and be okay. All right, baby Kim. I'm not coming to you to do another song that you got to promote, that you got to spend money that I got. I'm coming to you because you're a DJ to spin my record when you're at an event. I'm not going to give up my publishing for you to put my record and my vocals on your Spotify. It don't work like that over here. But a lot of artists will go for that. Thank you, Cindy. A lot of artists will go for that. You ever thought about reaching out to Mayweather? Yeah, I actually have a guy that worked for Mayweather that I met at the advertising week, right? And I should get him to play Knock 'Em Out, right? Knock 'Em Out is playing on Baddies now. They like that record because they over there fighting each other. So they like Knock 'Em Out, right? So yeah, I might write Mayweather and tell him to play Knock 'Em Out. Let me see if I could, let me see. Well, hold on. I think I got it on digital DJ pool. Knock 'Em Out. Let's see. My music. I'm going to play a little bit in case people didn't hear it. Right? Here goes my song. It'll be perfect for the fight. You doggone right I am. Thank you for reminding me. You doggone right I'll get Knock 'Em Out. So this is Knock 'Em Out. This would be perfect for a Mayweather fight. This is on Baddies right now. They play this on Baddies. They just played it when Diamond the Body came back.
Body smashed, knock his lights out. Ass fat, hips matched, and I'm iced out. Ride him so good, got him saying time out. Keep catching feelings, gotta keep an eye out.
Knock 'Em Out.
Speed it up, slow it down, knock him out. Ride him so good, got him saying time out. Think you catching feelings, gotta keep an eye out. He put the crack on my back, finger the black. I got the T in the back, his eyes roll to the back. He's sitting out rap.
What's up, Mississippi?
He like to think with his back. I'm like, okay, I took advantage of that. He think I'm felling his
Oh, yeah?
Smarter than that. Feeling mortal combat. Sneaky, buddy, freaky tongue up. Like a tree down for the count. Loving every ounce. For some checks, yes, I'm greedy. I'm catchy, holding needy. Your brokers wanna be me, feeling pressed. Come and see. Look to the left, look to the right. Ain't another bad in sight. Search around the world, ain't nothing like me. Give me 5 minutes, you gon' call me wifey. Body smashed, I can't slide it out. Ass fat, hips matched, and I'm.
So that's my song, Y to the TZ. I forgot I was on Y to the TZ, and they don't like music over there, but that's my song. So, I could prove that's my song. So anyway, that's Knock 'Em Out.
Yes, that's her.
I forgot that I was on there. I forgot I was on Y to the TZ still, y'all. But that's my song. So, I own the copyrights to that. Daybreak is in there. What's up, Daybreak? What's up, everybody? Wait, hold on. Let me edit. Okay, it's not playing on Facebook. Oh, well. It's playing everywhere else but Facebook. Well, hold on, y'all. Let me try to. Let's see. Let's remove it. So yeah, I don't know. It's not playing. I guess when I stopped the stream and started back again, it's not playing on Facebook, but it's all good. So yeah, I forgot. I own the rights to it, but I forgot. So yeah, I am gonna reach out. I actually met this guy who said he works with Mayweather, right? I'm actually gonna reach out to him, but usually, like maybe they'll play it at the fight. I don't know if him to walk out to it. That would be lovely, right? But they could actually play it at the venue too. You know what I'm saying? Sports venues, football games. You know, there's a lot of ways to skin the cat. A lot of ways to skin the cat. All right, so what else are we going to talk about, Joe? What else are we going to talk about today? I just want to show y'all, you know, there's a lot of talk about how indie artists are struggling. And I did want to show you, you know, saying that, you know, as an indie artist, you know, I did want to show you that, you know, yeah, it's a struggle, but you also got to do your research and you also got to be in the know. You got to be in the know, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of research. I barely get any sleep. That's why I came on here late. I need to get on here about 5, 6 in the morning every day. I do. But I'm burning the candle on every end, right? I get off here. There's more stuff to do. There's people I got to contact. There's things I got to set up. We got my meet and greet is coming up in April 3rd to the 5th. I got to get on that and see, you know, who all wants to come and get everybody's money in to come to the event. That's going to be in Atlanta City. I'm going to put the flyer up. You got till the 20th to
Welcome
get the money.
And chat, follow, tap, share, repost.
And they're going to have all kinds of events and activities, karaoke, club night, comedy show. They're going to have a separate area for my meet and greet, and I'm performing out there. So I'll repost that flyer up, you know what I'm saying? But it's not enough time in the day to do all this stuff. And let's just face it, a lot of people are procrastinators and they're lazy. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped hanging out with Snoop and smokifying the flowers. I stopped smoking the flowers because it made me tired and procrastinating. I would be so laid back. I would want to take a nap. I would be sleepy. You wake up, you do some flowers after you had a nice 8 hours rest, and now you looking sleepy again. People like, are you tired? Yeah, you're like, no, I'm not tired. I'm up to the sky. You know, so I had to cut that out, you know, and make a sacrifice. Like, do you want to have fun? Or do you want to be more productive? Because everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is different. And for me, it was making me tired and less productive. It was. And I had to come to that realization. Some of my friends said, they said, knock out, I ain't never going to stop doing the flowers. Well, hey, each his own. Each his own. You know, I had to make an executive decision, you know, even though it's flowers and people say, oh, it's an herb. It's an herb. It's a herb. It's good for you. But it's still carcinogens. So anything that got fire attached to it that's going in your lungs, you gotta like watch out, because too much of anything is no good for you. So you gotta give your body a break. Some of my friends say, I ain't never going to. Well, hey, that's you. That's why you're you. And that's why I'm me. We're two different people for a reason. So I just want to talk about the indie artists and my take on it for a minute, because it's a wild subject that's online that everybody's talking about. Not just artists are talking about it. And they're also talking about how, you know, the music is not giving now. You know, people are fading out, but they're not fading out. People are tired of the same old sounds. They're tired of the same old sounds, the same old record. It's like, when are we going to get something new? Doja Cat, not Doja Cat, I love Doja Cat, but Doechii Dolce was a great fresh look. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't hear too much about her no more. You know, she had that real good. I believe it was a mix CD. Maybe she's working on an album, right? And I feel like Doji did her modeled her style after like old school hip hop, like New York style. She just flipped it. I love what Doji did with that album. That album is a classic. I loved it. She reminded me of Doodlebug, and I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. She reminded me of them, her style. But she took it and she flipped it. She flipped it. You know what I'm saying? And but we need like a breath of fresh air, and there's a lot of good music out there, but I feel like once again the DJs ain't pushing good, the music out. We got to kind of find the music for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to find the music for ourselves, and then we got to look. And a lot of people don't want to spend time looking. They want it to come at you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the DJ dropped they job description of breaking new records. I remember Funk Master Flex used to break. Funk Master Flex got so large, that breaking a record is a commodity with him. He got so large. Like when I see Funk Master Flex, you can't even approach him.
Charles Macon 7, hey sissy poo.
You can't even approach Funk Master Flex. He got security all around. He's looking at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he's unapproachable. So it's like, how do you get new music out there? Well, I'm still experimenting with what I'm doing with my music, and I said to myself, if it is successful, I don't mind sharing it with other artists, but it's not.
Charles Macon 7.
It's not going to be for free. I'm not going to do all my
Charles Macon 7, hi sis.
Hey, and just give it away. I'm not going to do all my hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and working, burning it, both sides of the candles to get, no. Yeah, you're going to have to pay a little. I'm not going to bang you in the head, but you're going to have to pay something for the information in the Zoom or in a course or something, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. All right? All right, so let's go on to some more hot topics. We are still here. All right, we're still on the Y to the TZ. We had a little bit of technical difficulties on the Y to the TZ and the other sites, but I was able to figure it out. I had my camera resolution up too high, and my computer couldn't handle it. I see Daybreak over there. I see Mississippi 43 over there. Everybody, I got to figure out how to make y'all moderators. I haven't figured it out. Right. So I got to figure that out, but I'm trying to be consistent over here. We're going to grow soon. All right. So let's get it. So let's get into some hot topics.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. Thank you so much. And y'all make sure you follow me on Rumble. All right. It's the first Mississippi Daybreak. All my people that's in here. Let's follow me on Rumble. If you don't have an account, take 5 seconds. Just put your email in. You don't even have to put a picture, but just follow me. I need 5 people to follow me so I could go live on Rumble. Okay, I need 5 people to follow me. All right. So they said Ava DuVernay got a man. Look at her looking all nice. She's at the Oscars last night, and she was with this older, handsome gentleman. All right. So who is Ava DuVernay? She's like created some TV shows. All right. Tonight, but she revealed that she's no longer single. She is no longer single, baby. let me share my screen over here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Oh, God bless me. And a place to be. Yesterday I tried to end my screen over there. It just wouldn't end. I forgot what I did to finally end it. I should have wrote it down. I got to start taking notes. Y'all. Okay, so let's see. Let's add this to the stage. Okay, we're going to do the rundown over here. All right. So, Ava debuted a new boyfriend at the Oscars, okay? And he's a VIP jet pilot. So, yeah, she made a good hookup. But I guess somebody's flying for free. So, director Ava DuVernay surprised Hollywood fans biggest night when she revealed that she's no longer single. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh, he looks good. Look, she's looking at him. You go right on ahead, Ava. I ain't mad at you, Ava. Look, Ava's. Oh, she's good. Y'all can't. All right. Look at they whole. Yeah, you got me beat. You got me beat, Ava. Go on ahead now, girl. Yeah. So Ava got a new man. Let's talk about it. So she brings a new man to the spotlight. Let's see. So she did an interview with Essence correspondent Stacey Ike, and then smiled and looked man and tightly. Oh, she's nice looking. He reminds me of man. Good. Y'all want to see? Let me look. Okay, let me take y'all off the thing. Okay, let me show y'all. Hold on, because y'all like, we want to see too. Knockout, you showing the why everything. Let me show y'all. Look at him. Don't he look good, y'all? So much. Doesn't he look at him? He looks good. Go ahead, man. You can hold on to that. That's a keeper. That's a keeper, Ava. Hold on. That is a keeper, Ava. Girl, that's a keeper right there. Ain't that a keeper? The Oscar party. All right. At the Los Angeles Museum of Art. Wow. She had him good stuff. Go ahead now, Ava. I love to see it. They look good together. She's poised.
Yes, beautiful couple.
They've been quietly dating for a while. And Oscar got a public appearance. And this wasn't actually the couple's first outing together, but it's the most popular outing. Hey, everybody, let's run the likes up. Let's run these likes up. We had 32,000 and counting. Let's share a file. Let's get some more hashtags in the comments. The hashtags in the comments. That we're gonna go over some Oscar looks a little later after we come off the Y, because the Y don't, I don't know if they like showing videos too much, and they're gonna hear us moving around, but they ain't gonna see it. All right. So Timothy is word on the curb that Timothy Chalamet was also up for an Oscar, and he was in the same category as Michael B. Jordan. Who had a feeling that Michael B. Jordan was going to win? Who had a feeling that Michael B. Jordan was going to win? I had a feeling that Michael B. Jordan was going to win. I had a feeling for the flavor of the Pringle that Michael B. Jordan was going to win. Right? But Mr. Chalamet believed that he was going to beat him out. And he was ever so wrong. Won the Oscar. I believe that's the thing, too. So they say he had Oscars, and he had high of taking home the win in 2006, but he was nominated for Best Actor in a leading role as his performance a table tennis prodigy. like ping pong, about a ping pong prodigy, right? Table tennis. And the film received critical acclaim. And weeks before the 98th Academy Awards, many fans assumed that Charlotte would sweep the competition. So before the award, the best actor was announced, and the body language expert, Dr. Lillian Glass, spoke up on behalf of a publication regarding Shamlet's body language. And Glass noticed that Shamlet was walking with long strides with his arms behind his back. So he's walking like this. Is that how he was walking? Displaying dominance on the red carpet. However, while Shamlet appeared to project assurance with his look and posture, he very well might have been trying to manage the internal pressure he felt under the spotlight. He seemed to be a bit, everything's all alleged. This is the body language person saying this. He seemed to be a bit cocky and acting, right? And we're subjective in business, but truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness.
Absolutely.
So Conan O'Brien roasted Marty Supreme actor for his comment regarding ballet and opera, right? So he made comments regarding ballet and opera, and the person that he made the comments about was right on the red carpet, and he tried to walk. I think it was Steven Spielberg, to walk all next to him, and his publicist pulled him away in the other direction. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want them, Steven Spielberg.
Hashtag VIP.
With the publics for comments regarding the ballet and the opera, while in conversation with Matthew McConaughey during a February 2026 Variety and CNN town hall. Okay, and he said, I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though like no one cares about it anymore, right? And I feel like he's also taking a stab at in Sinners. Remember, they had Misty Copeland doing opera in Sinners. She performed in the Oscars. Did y'all see Misty Copeland in the ensemble?
I just follow you on Rumble.
Oh, thank you. Come on, y'all. We need some more follows on Rumble. Click the first link in my LinkedIn, in my link tree. Sorry. My link tree in my profile. Click the first link. I need at least 5 to 10 followers on Rumble. I feel like he also a little subliminal stab at Sinners, because if you watched last night, Sinners had Misty Copeland in an ensemble doing ballet, and she was beautiful. Job, Misty. Misty is gorgeous. She's a premier ballerina. She's a ballerina in color, doing it. All right. So I feel like he also took a stab at Sinners, because Sinners had ballet, they had hip hop dances, they had ballet, they had all kinds of people who did it back in the 1800s, and they project all kinds of. Go back and watch it. It premiered on the Oscars last night. They had an ensemble that they had all these actors and dancers and singers. The guy who sang the main song, what's his name? The guy who sang the main song in Sinners. What's his name again, y'all? I know somebody know the name. I don't want to have to look it up. I know y'all know him. So he also took a stab at Sinner, and he took a stab at all the opera workers. People still go to the opera. They still go to ballet. In New York and Lincoln Center, people still go to the ballet. They still go to the opera. What are you talking about, my dude? That was a little cocky of him. I'm not even going to lie. Well, you're behind lost, Mr. Shamlet. Oh, well. Back to the drawing board to greatness. And Michael B. Jordan won. Hello. Congratulations to Michael B. Jordan. He went to In-N-Out Burgers after his win. He caused a frenzy over there. He caused a frenzy, and let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. So Michael B. Jordan, he went to In-N-Out Burgers. It was the frenzy over there at In-N-Out Burgers. And yes, he did. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find Michael B. Jordan at In-N-Out Burgers. Hold on. Yeah. And it did go quite. And I think another celebrity did that too after they won the Oscars. Who was the other celebrity? Uh, look at Mason. Oh, what's Mason? Hey, Mason. Hey, friend over here. Everybody show him love. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really know how to type stuff out. I went to his page. I spoke to his mother. And Mason is a okay. His mother came over here and spoke behind these. Mason was a little kid, but Mason is not that young. He's not that young, and he is a special kind of. Everybody follow Mason if you want to, but Mason is a very special guy, very special to the Miss Knockout community, and we love him over here. It's good to see you, Mason. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you.
Mason is back, ain't Mason?
Yeah, he's always here. So he types like that because that's how the way. That's the way he can. He's not a guy, and we love him over here. All right. So Mason is here. We haven't seen Mason in a minute.
Okay.
So we're trying to find Michael B. Jordan going to In-N-Out Burgers. Okay, we're trying to find him. Okay, we're trying to find him on here. Hold on. And out burgers. Okay, let's see if we can find it. I'm gonna play. So here it is. I think I found it. Okay, let's see if we can play it. Let's see if we can play it. You like Mason? All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Okay. Hey, hold on. Hold on. We gotta play a little further.
do. And it's just so cool that, like, I mean, just people that were there in a burger just seeing him with his Oscar. So they really, like,
Is the Miss Knockout Show on the airwaves? So like, if I, share if I, bless if I the flow. Is the Miss Knockout Show? Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do brokeify, now we amplify. Stay blessed if I let the energy fly. Hit that tapify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's the Miss Knockout Show. Knockout Show, hot topics, beats and the glow. You rockin' with Miss Knockout. Let's go. Let's fly.